Yeah, exactly right, especially when you look at where all the experience is. We mentioned it earlier on, there is a lot of experience here for ES Sharks, both here in Korea and abroad. Of course, Catch went over to the LJL for a while. Of course, a lot of you will remember the name Detonation Focus Me, was their jungler for quite some time, and actually did have a lot of hype.
Sion cheeses them, so a lot going on here. You have to run straight into the brush to make sure there's no lane ward. They know that for sure, but Nova should check this. Let's see if he puts a Q into the brush.
Yeah, where is Jisoo going to stand? Jisun's going to be alongside to try and translate, but
Thank you for the translation.
Winter's Bite did actually register there.
He's been approached as we expected, and a lot of this is come in at 2 items and Vayne pops off. So, speaking of Vayne, catches bot lane.
Yeah, and Nova almost eaten. Great knock into the wall there with the Condemn, but Root's able to flash and E to get himself out of the way. Grey Help will keep Goober alive for now as C's comes on forward. And yes, I know I accidentally said Goober, but he wasn't a Goober in that situation. He kept himself up.
That was actually a really good Condemn from Light.
Yeah.
Very nice angle on that. Getting Summoner out of Root is something. We'll see, actually, which type of job we see is mid lane.
Yep, Kuzan going to instantly use the cleanser. I don't think it's going to be enough. Gets stunned up, but in comes Guga. And he's able to devour Kuzan and take him to safety. 100 health after the Ignite ticks down, but so far everyone's been playing damage control pretty effectively on both sides. It has meant that Jin Air have...
Drake can take it.
True Shot Barrage almost steals, but there's a smite there for Catch, so he'll be fine.
Now, he was top laner of my team. I was jungler, in case people were wondering, and now I'm a terrible jungler, but never mind. This is our time to go off target. Nothing's happening in this game.
Well, Root's actually taking a lot of damage towards the bottom side of the map. Silver Bolt's landing. The ultimate is in there. The flash through. Nova just dies mid-air. He was trying to bring down the fissure, but it never even happened.
And that was the Ignite on the match, it feels like, and suddenly an all-in bot lane. That's why Vayne was always light against Ezreal in a long lane. The chase extends even after things like Flash and the Arcane Shifter used.
Red
Buff
really
got very, very concerned, but is going to live. They still don't see the health button until now.
Yep, they get the vision of it. Sees,
okay,
takes that one
anyway.
away. All right, the choo-choo train comes forward. He skips past Lindarang, but the Cataclysm is there to stop the Sion from getting through. True Shot Barrage does do some work as Guga has to gobble up Kuzan. But you can see Lighty's starting to pop up again. The Braum falls down. Kuzan has to flash. The cleanse is there for the Ignite, but he's so low. Void Rush will finish him off, and now Light follows him through. All the damage is now dead as they have to try and escape. But the Realm Warp is going to follow them through. Jisoo gets locked down. He'll go into the Zombie Scion form, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very early ace for Jin Air, and in fact, that's the fact.
Not a perfect ace, but an ace nonetheless. And Atlas, you don't need to see the comms to know that that was definitely ES Sharks caught between two ideas. The moment that the choo-choo train hits the wall and doesn't even get initiation after the Rift Herald was down. They called the fight late, they mis-executed on it. Rift doesn't die, I guess it's not that of their own downfall.
Yeah, let's have a look at it one more time. Shelly gets taken. They almost deny it from C's, but he does get through and tunnels out.
The ult starts when Rift Herald is never going to be their objective. They have negative synergy between the Cataclysm and the Unstoppable Onslaught. Definitely an I'm helping moment on the Cataclysm. And yes, they get the first kill, but even now, they're meandering. Light is meandering next to Kuzan as ES Sharks are checking with vision at the top. They get aced on the takedown here. Jin Air have a lot more mobility with things like the Realm Warp and just LeBlanc as a champion. They gleefully accept the 5-kill donation and the Rift Herald from ES Sharks.
And Grace played that fight alongside quite nicely, but if you've got everyone with lots of items, it feels pretty good as Jisoo goes very aggressive. Catch is making his way up as well. We mentioned this, the fact that they don't necessarily have a lot of damage, and Lindarang just waits for all the CC and walks his way out.
I'm pretty sure Lindarang, if he had Flash Up versus Fnatic games, so Cinderhawk Jarvan doesn't really do anything because they're having their lunch money stolen by double Klepto and ES Sharks made a mistake,
and by Prey Seekers, as it turns out.
They're having their lunch money. All the teams, yes, there's 5 players who wouldn't look out of place in LCK, but not on one team. ES Sharks standarded their way to this tournament. I don't know if standard's going to be enough to win.
Well, there's the Flash Condemned to straight up not hit Lindarang. Guts him out of the way of the train as well as he gets the passive sidesteps, and Cataclysm finally finishes him off. But it's a 1-for-1. He just murdered Light on his way out. Flashing to miss a Condemn is certainly not a highlight as Nova is going to get stunned. Will they be able to take him down? The door not in the right spot, but Kuzan does invest the ultimate to try and get rid of
Or in this case, a little bit too flimsy. We're going to watch the replay, and it's...
I don't want to see this replay.
Well, it's Light trying to make a piggyback play, because they understand that Sai on the side lane is always going to lock down Ryze, and then theoretically, Vayne just kills him. Unfortunately, this Ryze already has 600 damage overloads, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Catch at least gets a whole bunch of money, but he isn't Warrior Jarvan. So about this, I think that if you spoil anything, you're a bad person. As Kuzan's going to have to flash, does do so. That is going to get them out of there. Grace just goes back to his original distortion, which is why he disappeared.
Renekton, Corki, all these things. I would argue no. Jisoo shorts the R.
He does. He gets taken down to about half health as Light. He's frontlining. That is not what you want to be doing. Does have the ultimate and finally gets himself into a decent position. Gets the tumble, but Grace gets into the backline, and Lindarang is gigantic. Eventually, the quadra kill comes in. Light gets 1 kill, but that is not going to be enough. 11-5 as Jin are just rinsing ES Sharks.
And that absolutely is the greatest illustration of our point. Not worth it to get this Vayne to this point. Initiation shorts, the options short. The Quan, I believe all objectives are Jin's.
Oh yeah, the Glad plane is flying real high here today. It's been a while since we've been able to say it, but frontlining Vayne, that's the start of a bad story, Papa.
Yeah, I mean, Catch is nowhere near, right? They're trying to herd away Grace, I guess, in the back line. It's just too easy. Front to back, taken down. Everyone in front of him was supposed to be the Vayne story. It was amusingly Lindarang's story.
Yeah.
On the right.
I think he's failed 3 times so far.
But his Kled's so good.
Oh, it's another Vayne gank.
It is.
Lindarang may just kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, first overload hits, the flash comes in, misses the condemn again. As, okay, doesn't actually kill him on the way up, but there's no way Lindarang is
the base,
dying
guys, the base, by the way, the base.
Yeah.
the base.
No, but we're going to kill Lindarang.
No, but the base.
All right, okay. Well, Kuzan is now just trying. Jin, I don't know why they're tidying this one up. I have a feeling they could just shove into the base, but they don't have too much longer on the Baron. Just want to do some table setting. Jisoo taking this inhibitor down. Jisoo even takes half of his health bar. The last remaining inhibitor is now under fire as the train once again is just going to crash into the wall. Jisoo in trouble. Blade of the Ruin King comes forward. Nova doesn't find the ultimate, but still they're in a good position. Ultimate flies onto Grace, but isn't going to pick up the kill as Catch is going to be low. Light dies as an afterthought there to Root, who's just throwing spells out left, right, and center. And Jin should be able to take this game here just as 30 minutes ticks over. Nexus turrets are obliterated by this Ryze. He's an artillery cannon. As Jisoo, he spent some time on the fountain. It was not long enough. Still some low health bars here as they dive forward. Catch does go golden. Jisoo is relatively tanky, trying to get on that tank line, but once they decide to take him down, he is very dead, and Nova is the only target he can move towards. The Nexus is going to go down, and Jin green wings. The Glad plane flies right over the top of ES Sharks.
Absolutely, Atlas. Honestly, they seem to put